Hey, what's up?
What's up with you?
How are you?
All right.
Are you aware of this pending law or this lawsuit that Julie DiCaro has brought against Barstool Sports?
Not until last night, about 10:30, when I finally saw this. I had no idea what anything is doing here.
Okay.
Before we start,
can
I just ask you a quick question?
You can ask me as many questions as you like, Mike.
All right. I just want to make an announcement. All of the Minihane who are still talking about my my toilet paper.
Sure. Which did happen. Yep.
No, it did not.
Yes, it did.
I want to tell you something, though. It turned into something that I really enjoy.
Oh, good.
Because every time, let me finish. Every time they put it out there, I block them. I
know.
enjoy doing that.
I know. What are you doing? What are you doing blocking these people?
Seems
they like you.
No, I enjoy it.
They like you.
I enjoy blocking them.
They like you. They like you.
No, but I just enjoy it. I don't know why. I enjoy blocking people.
All right, fine.
He's behaving like a guilty man.
How is the cookie tasting going? Okay.
I thought it went all right, except that I think we should have had a regular camera there, which I begged for and didn't get.
Okay.
So it didn't come out as well as it should. Look, I don't know anything about this case, and I'm sure you're gonna get me for that after I hang up. But I'm going to ask you a question before we start.
It's okay.
All right.
Yeah,
you're
fine.
a professional. You're a very successful professional communicator.
Thank you.
You're on broadcast. You're very good at communicating.
Thank you.
I believe.
Thank you.
Okay. As a communicator, if you can do this without talking about the merits or what you think about this particular young lady, what do you think about her presentation? Because I have a word for it, but I want to see what you say.
When you say presentation, her presentation.
No, you understand. I'm not talking about the content or whether you agree or disagree. I looked at this thing on Google yesterday, and I'm asking you, as a communicator, what do you think about that presentation?
You mean the presentation of her physically, or what she writes, or what she says? What are you specifically talking about?
No, I'm not saying whether she's right.
You said you looked at Google. Like, what is that?
She was on Google giving her opinion about this.
She was?
That's a big outlet.
You didn't see that?
No, my producer doesn't see that. What are you talking about? Where? On the lawsuit?
Yeah, well, she was talking about you.
Well, she's done that before. Yeah, she's done that a lot.
That's old.
All right, well, maybe that was old. I hadn't seen it.
Sure.
Okay.
Her presentation, I think that she is, for some reason, we are a trigger point for her. She hates us, but I think we represent, in my mind, a lot of things that she may have gone through as a teenager and in college years that she is now focused onto us for some reason. And I find it to be remarkably misplaced.
Well, see, I had another word as knowing, and I came into this totally as a virgin. I knew nothing about this.
Go ahead.
Very condescending.
Oh, for sure.
That's how I got it. And something, even if I agreed with her, my reaction to her and her presentation, I'm saying even if I agreed with her, I just think very poor presentation.
I would agree.
Very condescending.
I would agree, as women can be.
And I'm not talking about the merits at all.
Sure.
I'm just talking about she should have hired somebody like you to deliver what I saw.
Might be a conflict of interest.
I'm happy to do that eventually, but let me ask you. So the case is, she wrote the book. It was critical of Barstool and of me, like 5 pages on me and the whole stuff on your son. So I had my intern read her book on YouTube, cover to cover, and I think that's the basis of her lawsuit. Is we shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, well, I guess that's what she's saying. I'm not silly enough to say that I really can give any kind of an educated opinion. I assume at some point that fair use doctrine, i.e., this was parody somehow, will come
Correct.
into this.
That's what I'm hearing from. Yes, that's what I'm hearing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't. I'll tell you the thing about the word parody.
Go ahead.
What I was on with Big Cat many years ago, and they kept using the word parody, and I thought parody meaning comedy, and the word I never knew that was the word they were talking about, and I thought they were talking about things being equal. Like
the NFL or something, where everyone's
there ought to be parody in the NFL.
This is not helping my suit here. I mean, what the hell are you talking about?
Sometimes Dave Portnoy wins, sometimes Julie DiCaro wins.
Aren't you on this case, Mike?
No, I am not.
Oh, you're not?
No.
I don't know.
I just told you 2 seconds ago.
Okay, don't get mad at me.
I just found out about this about 10:30 last night. I knew nothing. I didn't know who she, by the way, I didn't know who she was.
Right.
I barely know who you are.
right.
So I don't think. Look, you're on a roll now. You beat the mayor.
Correct.
And you know something? I found the mayor to be much less objectionable when I heard him speak.
I said the same thing.
I do her.
I said the same thing. I agree. I do agree with that. What's going on with you? You been traveling this summer? What's new with you?
I did the cookie review yesterday. No,
Okay.
I haven't done much.
Staying busy, huh?
Of course, I assume you know, I took a very serious fall.
I did know that. You all right?
Oh, no.
I'm still have, I have, I thought people know this. I ended up going, believe it or not, I ended up going to the hospital in an ambulance as a result of this fall.
What were the injuries suffered?
What's that?
What were the injuries suffered?
Well, right now I have several. They took a CAT scan, which is what they do when somebody falls and they're in the hospital, and came back that I had whatever this means, fluid in my brain, which I, of course, never knew about.
Okay.
Except when I turned and looked to the left, I always did a lot of sloshing. I never knew what it was for.
Might have been fluid in your brain.
Yeah, it was my brain.
What are they going to do?
So,
I mean, they could take a drill in there, essentially, like take it out. They could.
Are you a doctor? I hope you're not.
No, I mean, I've seen ER many times.
Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer did it.
Yeah, it's true.
No, I hope it doesn't come to that. But I haven't here. My internist at the Mass General, now he switched over there, told me that they want me to have an MRI because sometimes the CAT scans aren't accurate. But if that was accurate, I don't know where I am, and I cut my hands up pretty good. But so that happened in the middle of May, so I'm still having doctor's appointments and whatnot as a result of that. And as important as this is, with what's her name, Julie.
Yep.
Believe it or not, my medical situation is a little more important to me.
I certainly understand that. Hey,
I appreciate that.
I'm finishing a book right now. Lee Montville wrote it. It's about the '69 NBA Finals, Celtics Lakers, and it's about his life as a young sports writer. You would definitely like it. You should definitely read it. He
is a wonderful writer.
Great writer. Nice guy. Great. Yeah,
always has been.
You should read that. It just came out. You'll like it.
Does he still have a column in the Globe?
No, he did. I remember he came back a couple of years ago, and then he went away.
Yeah, I remember that. I hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
No, he's a very talented guy. You know something? You can say what you want about the Globe generally, but the sports page years ago
was great.
Was great.
Yes.
There's no question about it.
Ryan, Gammons, Shaughnessy.
Yeah, and I mean, you were in the sports business then, and it was very well done. I'll tell you something. I never thought I would get to this point. To mention the Globe, I never thought in a million years I would stop getting the hard copy of the Globe.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't anymore. No, because you know something, especially the Sunday Globe. There's nothing in it that interests me.
Right. Yeah.
Bunch of liberal bullshit, right, Mike?
What?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, but you know,
it's for him. Yeah.
Shit.
I don't hide. I'm not a right winger. I'm a liberal Democrat. But I can look at this young lady yesterday, and getting back to that, I thought that the presentation of what she was doing, maybe she had done this a while ago.
I'm
surprised you hadn't. Because I Googled it because I didn't know who she was.
Google it, Dave. Google it. Give me everything you get on Google, would you?
I will.
All right, thank you. Go ahead.
I thought her presentation, as I said, was terrible, condescending. Get Kirk to do what she did and just say it.
I'll get him to do it. Jeez.
Yeah.
What? How's your relationship with your son? Everything good?
Same as it's always been.
Yeah. Nothing new.
No. I think we're going to. I end up getting yelled at. It's similar to talking about you. In fact, you know something? You're a little nicer to me than he is.
I think maybe I like you more than he does. I don't know. I mean, I always enjoy having you on. I consider you if not a friend, certainly somebody that's been helpful to me in the past.
You said to me you thought at one time that I was like your grandfather, which I guess is a compliment.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have a grandfather. Yeah, you could be my. Have you met Dave's lady friend? She seems nice. No,
I have not.
No, she's
met
not
her.
nice.
No, I haven't met her.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
As you can imagine, there's some mixed emotions there, which I'm not going to go into. But,
okay, I understand that. I understand that. Are you able to, like, could you get in a plane right now with this stuff with the food?
Apparently, that's what my son wants me to do, because I'd like to go to Saratoga, which I always enjoy. And
you could drive there.
Yeah, we could drive to Saratoga, and then we were talking about going to see this mansion he has in Montauk, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Is that right?
That's what he was talking about. We would go fly in a private plane.
Yeah. Oh, that doesn't sound so bad, huh? So when will you get some legal documents pertaining to this case at some point, or no?
I wouldn't think so, because my name, I got it with the mayor because my name was on the paperwork.
Oh, okay.
You must have felt wonderful. I know you right away with the lawyer there, who I also, another one that I thought his personality, the mayor's lawyer.
Lenny Keston. Jesus, what a vomit.
You know, his personality, I as someone who spent the better part of my life trying to, if I didn't know what I was talking about, many times I didn't, but I try to sound like I was a reasonable human being.
Right.
I mean, when in life, I don't know, there was two things I know at this point in my life. I can pretty much judge, there's people, a certain type of people, somebody that you don't know, for instance, that sits down with you. I'm talking about that you met 5 minutes ago.
Right.
And tells you their financial situation.
That's never great.
Turn off.
That's never great.
I have $1 million in the bank. I do this, that, and the other. And when a lawyer like he did sits down and tells him the first thing about, he says, he tells you how successful he is.
Right.
I mean, and you really, you had an immediate dislike for him.
Oh, totally. I mean, but you could, people like that a mile away. Like, yeah, exactly. He's looking for the cameras, so I don't know what kind of legal representation Julie DiCaro has. We'll find out, but I can't imagine. I don't know. Maybe she's got some great case I don't know about. We'll find out.
And all I'll say is, if she gets a smart lawyer, and there are people that specialize, this is all they do in that kind of work, you don't have to be the way that guy was. You don't have to.
Right. No question.
You just don't. And here, you obviously, on a personal level, you didn't like that guy, and I can understand it.
Sure.
And, it doesn't help.
True.
What's that?
What's that, Mike?
I said we could all learn from Lenny Keston.
Well, I mean, I will say, Lenny Keston was bizarre. Like, afterwards, he was trying to take pictures with us.
He had a few good lines.
Yeah, it was strange.
Well, you went from a point where it looked like you're going to have a fist fight, and anyone.
That is true. That is true. Right? I almost got into a fight with him. That's true. All right. Well, yeah. Well, I will reach you. We'll talk to you some point down the line. We're gonna get you in studio here at some point. We're not far away. We're in Watertown.
I know that. I wouldn't mind doing that.
Well, good.
All right. Well, I'll see what happens with this, and I imagine my son's going to talk about this too.
I would think so.
This case.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I would think so.
We'll see what he says.
All right. We'll talk to you.
And yeah.
All right. See you, Mike.
Thank you.
See you. Mike Portnoy, he seems like he's on top of this one.
One of the greats.
He is great.
I love the quote, I'm a man who tried to sound like I know what I talk about my whole life, and many times I didn't.
Well, he's right. He's one of these guys, he's these people who scream about their financial stuff right away, and luckily he's raised a son and never mentions that. It never comes up conversationally. Right.
It's got to be a nice feeling, though, to get in a fight with your son about flying in a private jet.
Not bad. Not bad. And I love it falls under the parody law. Funny story. 7 years ago, I was on with Big Cat. And I thought they were talking about parody. Like, well, that's great. It's a great.
I thought you meant like you win some, you lose some. I
don't know.